Hi, number 34. I don't know what happened last time. It told me it wasn't suitable. I don't know what I'd done wrong. Hi, Teresa. I've got a couple of days to review. It told me that video was not suitable. What was wrong with it? I have no idea. I don't know why. Oh, well, we'll see how long this goes. If it happens again, I'll have to look into it all. I am good, Susan, thank you. I'm getting there. Neither did I, Teresa, but it just said underneath was not suitable or something, and I've got so many hours to do something about it, but I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. Never mind. Not to worry. Not to worry. Yeah, oh well. Wait and see. I just looked up and you'd all gone. Where'd it gone? They've left me already. They've left me. I was telling everybody what I've been doing. See if everybody gets back. 7 people there at the moment. How do I adult it only? How do I do that? In the title, would that be, do you reckon? Edit video. Let me have a look at this. Let's see if I put it there. Adults only. How's that? Okay. No, it's not made for kids. There we go. Yep. Found it. Found it. Save. All right. Let's go and have a look now. See if we're back. I know. Adults only I've put on the top, and I also clicked the thing inside to say adults only. So done. All done. So how is everybody? How is everybody coping with what's going on in this world at the moment? Very scary, unsettling times, isn't it? But we've got to think positive. Okay, but You told me to. You told me to. Is that enough? You don't like that name, but I've done it now. You'll forgive me that once, hey? So, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. I have gone away from paper crafting. I don't know for how long, whether it's for a while or whether I'll go back to it. At this stage, I've not really got. Hey, Jude! Welcome, Jude. Have I surprised you? I didn't tell anybody I was coming on. I just said, right, I'm going on. And here I are. Here I is. So everybody, welcome everybody back. She told me to call her a name, and I don't do that to Teresa. Hi, Lizzie. Yeah, I've got to come back on. We're all going to be pretty lonely. So I've decided, back of that, let's get back. Let's get back. Let's start and enjoy life again. I have been sat in the background long enough. Well, I'm not doing paper crafting now. I'm quilting. I am doing quilting. And there is one person you can thank for that, going by the name of Ruby Lockwood. I've always said I don't sew and I do not iron. And, well, yes, I am. I'm doing both. I'm sewing, and to do quilting, you have to do ironing. So I'm now all set up here for sewing. I am enjoying it, but Ruby's not here, so don't tell her I am. I'm still learning, still making mistakes. But, you know, I made one quilt. No, Teresa, I know. I am. I sang. I made one quilt, a rag quilt. Rag, is that what they call it? A rag quilt. And I'm quite pleased with that. And now I am making a quilt for my bed. And also I'm working with Ruby. She's doing, I am doing the Farmer's Wife quilt, it's called. And we're doing it with Ruby. Let me show you. I am doing this, the Farmer's Wife quilt. Oh, let's get it so you can see it. Come on, turn around, turn around, turn around. There we go. And in here are 111 squares. And the story behind the book was in, how am I going to get this to, I've got to hold this to get it right. Come here. When in 1920s, Laurie Aaron Hurd went round farmers' wives and asked them all to make a quilt square, and it would be put together as one quilt. And this is what they did. And let me show the picture of a finished quilt. Actually, let me see if I can get you down on the table. Easier. Hold on, hold tight. We're moving. And you're good. Whoops. You fell off there. Get back on. Hold on, everyone. What have I done? Hold on. Oh, dear. Oh, there it is. Undo that. Back in. Right, I wonder what you're seeing now. Oh, it's not even on. Hold on. I've got to change my camera. Hold on. Camera. Not that one. How do I do this now? Change my camera. I'll be up here. Mute. Stop webcam. No, I don't want to stop the webcam. Oh, here we go. Bear with, ladies, bear with. Here we go. Here we go. Down on the table. See if I can get to drop down a bit closer. Open that, take that off. And there we go. I saw a few pictures, but I hadn't realised she threw her whole self into it. Yeah, Miss Di-Di. Yeah, I am. You was seeing me to another camera, Lizzie. Don't forget, I haven't been on for a long time, so I'm getting confused. Now what am I trying to do? Oh, I know. Open that. And update. No, I don't continue. Let's see if I can drop you down a bit. Yeah, as I say, it was written in the 1920s. Letters from 1920 farmers' wives, and 111 blocks that they inspired. And as I say, they went round and asked these ladies to oh, what's happening here? Take that off. Can't see what I'm doing. They asked these farmers' wives to make, using scraps, make up a quilting square. And this is what they did. And all the squares were then sent in and put together. The Change in American Culture of the 1920s. It's a lovely book, and it's very cheap for what it is. I paid $34 for this, and that was free postage. And that's one of the quilts. Now you get two quilts on two squares on a page, and they asked each farmer's wife to put a story to the quilts. Why? First of all, ask them why they were quilters' wives. What would they tell their daughters if they were to become a farmer's wife? So with each of these, there's a story on each page. This one was by Mrs. J.E.F. of Valley County, M-O-N-T, wherever that is. And as you go through, this one is Mrs. E.M.L. Furnace County, N-E-B, Nebraska, would that be? Those are the two she did. See, this one wrote to her with her ones. Having spent the first 2 years of my married life as well as much of my childhood in Chicago, city life holds no glamour, no lure for me. I know it lacks too well. I would not exchange the homely joy of riding in a Tin Lizzie in the country for the excitement of keeping up with Lizzie in the city or town. I've had more genuine enjoyment in caring for and breeding up my flock of beautiful white rock chickens, more real pleasure in tending my flowers and vegetables, more honest satisfaction in working with the lambs and the bees than I ever experienced varied round of activities that made up my life in the city. Such wholesome outdoor work serves not merely as an absorbing occupation for the moment, a time killer, so to speak, but is also an investment which later pays well. There is not a space here to tell of my love for the panorama of ever-changing beauty that unrolls from my cabin on the hilltop. And she says, it must be admitted that country life has neither very many thrills nor frills, but it offers instead what is of more value to earnest men and women: wholesome living conditions, an excellent moral environment, opportunity for mental growth and spiritual development, and the possibilities of real and lasting happiness. It is my conviction that when America wearies of jazz and reverts as a nation to the ideals of her pioneer forefathers, many will find in the simple joys of the country an antidote to over sophistication. We who are already on the land and love it, despite all its lacks, know the blessed peace and security and happiness that nature offers those who have discernment enough to hold communion with their visible forms. So that's what was written by that lady. And each time you turn, there's something written by, that's another lady. You know, it goes through all these different. And then when you get to, there's 111 different squares in here. And right, there shows you a quilt made from all the blocks. And they've numbered the blocks there, in which order they've put them on. There's number 1. Oh, I see, yeah. And then you come to this part of the book. So that's the actual quilt square, and it's number 1, and it's called Attic Windows. And here's how you pick your colors. You can do your own colors, but we're trying to stick to colors as much as we can. There's your shapes and how many you cut out. And then I would take from that I would put the middle bit together first. Then I would add those 2 pieces to that, and then I will put them 2 pieces to that, and that would form the square. Lizzie, that would be a very interesting book to have. Yeah, that's right, Lizzie. And it's a cheap book for what it is. It's a beautiful book. Look how thick it is. It's a beautiful book. And you can do, it depending on how many squares you actually do, you can make different size quilts. Here's some of the, that's how to do the borders and that. See, it's got it all in the back. That's a smaller quilt. In the very back, there is a CD, which is in my computer, because it's got all the templates in it. Here's some other books, look, in the same author, the Bible Sampler Quilt and the Farmer's Wife Sampler's Quilt, but 1930. This is the 1920 edition that I've got. So I suppose I better show you a bit of what I've done. I'm behind already. I should have had another 4 done today, but I haven't. But I'll catch up. So Ruby organised this for us. We're doing a week, 4 pieces a week. You can get all this if you join Ruby Lockwood's Facebook page, Ruby Lockwood Designs, and go in there. And if you accept it, then she's got a page called the Farmer's Wife Sampler Quilt, and she's put this in there. Week 1, week 2. I'm supposed to be doing week 3. I haven't yet, but let's have a look. Week 1 was number 54, so I go in here. That's number 54, and there is my number 54. That's what it's like when it comes out. And that's that one. What was the next one? 24. Let's go to 24. That's that one. I thought, I'm not going to be able to do that. That's going to be too hard. But there it is. That's number 24. It actually looks like there's a mistake there. Don't look at that. So that's number 24. Also had to do 23 that week as well. And that is number 23. Right. Comes out like that. The reason I decided to do this is while I've been off, a friend of mine, Mary, who has done a lot of quilting, has given it up. And she ended up giving me all her fat quarters. Right, the week after we had to do number 10. There's number 10. There's my number 10. And number 6 while we're down this end. We'll do number 6. Big Dipper. That's that one. I had a job doing that one. I kept sewing on the wrong line. There's a couple here that's got line, but it's got to be sewn on, so that's all right. Number 6, number 66. All right. Now this one I've had a job with, and I'm going to have to do it again. It's still not right. That's this one. Can you see how it's sloped like that and it's sticking up like that? But I tried it 3 times and each time it wouldn't come out right. And I thought, right, I'm leaving that alone. It was annoying me, so I've left it and I will do it at a later date. Has your book arrived yet, Jude? And then there's number 74. That's that one, called Ribbons. And there's mine. Should have gone up there. I've said to Ruby what I'm going to do if I keep it up. I'm not perfect, it's not perfect there, but it don't matter. If I can keep this up, I want each one of these to be marked with their number And when the quilt is finished, whoever gets the quilt, I want the book to go with the quilt. I think that would be a nice idea to do that. So I'm supposed to be doing number 79, 34, 18 and 51, but I haven't even cut it out yet. I haven't even chosen the colours yet. So I've got to get working. Now, the other one I'm doing, where are we? Where is it? Where's the front page? Oh, there it is. I'm doing this quilt. Let's see if I can get it up a bit closer for you. I'm doing this one. Come on. There we go. But not that colour. Hi, Kathleen. And this is what I've got ready for this one. My bedroom is black, silver, not much white, but these are squares. I've made 80 of these squares, and they will go, they're all different like that, and then like that. I think it's 8 across the bed and 10 down. I'm not doing a big full quilt. I want one that sits on the top. So there's that. Then I haven't cut them yet. This grey, which is different again to all what's there. This has got to be cut into 2.5. This has got to be cut into 2.5 inch strips. And then it's got to be cut into strips that fit down the side. So it would be 6.5. I've got to cut 6.5 by 2.5 inch strips for that. And they will go in between. So if we put that down like that, it'll be, let's say, pretend you know what I'm on about. Look, see? That one will be going like that. And that one will go like that. So you've got this bit in the middle. That's the grey. But I wanted a bit of red in it. Just a bit. Lizzie, I am so bad. I just ordered my book from Amazon used books, $12, which includes shipping. Which book? You ordered this book, Lizzie. Good on you. Good on you. So this, now Jude will recognise this. This is Amara design. And what, as you can see on the pattern, there's little squares. So they're going to fit, if I do that like that, pretend, on the corner, in the corner like that. Going to be sewn to those. And I'm just going to have that bit of red in it. Good on you, Lizzie. $12. You've got, has it still got the CD in the back? I hope it has. But you know, I don't know if I can get to show you what my friend gave me. This I had to buy, and I did actually buy this one. I have bought the fabrics for this because I want to do this for my bedroom. But I've got to cut all squares up with that. Well, that's got to go together. I don't know if we can get this to be seen. Let's have a look. Let me see. Oh, I'm going to turn it. There we go. Turn it up. This is what my friend Mary gave me. These are all fat quarters of beautiful, beautiful fabrics. Absolutely beautiful. There's prices on some of these at $6.95 each. I've got all those. And then that drawer there, that side, is also full of fat quarters. That's another full one. Oh, where did that come from? So I have plenty to work with. This quilt will knock your socks off. Beautiful job, Mama. Thank you, Jude. So, yeah. I was a bit annoyed. Last year I bought a machine from a local store, which I've not been very happy with. And I have got a Husqvarna machine here, which Jude kept on and on at me to get it out and try it. And I said, oh, it's a bloody old thing. But anyway, I did get it out. And I tell you what, it purrs along like a kitten. It's beautiful. But I went and bought, get that back here. I went and bought, let's see what I'm saying. I went and bought a box of bobbins already, you know. I'll get this camera so it works right. A box of bobbins already wound. Went to put them in the Husqvarna, didn't fit. It's that old. It's when the bobbins used to be all different sizes. So I've had to go back to the one there that I bought last year. That is nice, but I wanted to use a Husqvarna because it just purrs along like a kitten. You know, I can be online and talk and sew and it doesn't make a noise. This is another bit. Ruby's also doing another quilt. So there's two choices you've got. She does this one on a Saturday. And this is called a quilt as you go. And you use jelly roll for this, of which, oh, this is just a few I've got. And you have your backing, and there's padding in between, and you have your jelly roll, and you put the first one there, but you quilt as you go. See, it's all been nicely quilted, and on the back it's all nicely quilted. And then this, you sew pretend this is the next one. You'd sew them two together like so. You pretend, if you get my drift. Sew in there, down at the edge. And then this is turned over there, and you machine that. But that's attached to this, and this one will go that way. And I like doing this, but I am not going to do the whole quilt like Ruby's doing. So I'm going to do 4 of these, and I'm going to line Pippa's bed with this. How's that? Yes. So that's what I've been quietly doing in the background, ladies. I love this material here that Mary had. It's in these lot here. And I thought that is going to be ideal. I wouldn't have had enough to do a whole quilt with it. But for doing the 4 squares I want, having that as the central and then the colours spraying out. I'm looking with my jaw on the ground. Yes, you're shocked. Oh dear. I am too, Teresa, if the truth be known. My mother will be up in heaven looking down and saying, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. My mother was a seamstress and she tried getting me to sew, and oh, Mum, I don't like sewing. So yeah. I think that star would make a pretty journal. It would, Lizzie. You don't have to put such thicker. You could just put other material in to give it a bit of bulk. That's quite thick. But, you know, I've got some batting there that probably is better than this. But as I say, this is only going to be a dog bed. But that is a lovely way to make a book cover. So, yeah. I bought these scissors the other day. I wanted something nice, and I don't like scissors I have to put my fingers through because of my arthritis. And the shop where Spotlight Jude, where I got them from, had 40% off. So I thought, right, I'm treating myself to some of those. Now, the other reason I got them, hold on, I'll go and get my other thing done. Right. When Mary gave me all this fabric, there was a 10 in there. This is the 10. It's just got brown squares in it now that I've cut out. But hold on. Oh, let me hate it when tins won't open. Come on. There were squares of that size, 5.5-inch squares. And they were all, well, that's 1, 2 that were left over from this, what I made. But you'll see them in a minute. And there was also the material in these colours Mary had left that I had to cut these. These weren't in squares. I had to cut them out. But there was 45 squares. And I thought, oh, I'll make a quilt. But then I found another pack of the squares that weren't in the tin, but exactly the same. So I thought, I know, it's supposed to be easy. I'll make a quilt. And this is a rag quilt. Okay. This is a rag quilt made up of all, these were all the squares that were in that tin. And I had them all out on my kitchen floor to get a pattern, to get them going. Pippa came running in and it was raining and she ran right over the top of them. But it didn't matter because when you finish this, you wash it and then put it in the dryer. And that's called a rag quilt. And that was the other reason I bought these, because I sat and did all this cutting, which you have to do. And I sat and did it with blunt scissors. And I thought, I need a good pair of scissors. So when you finished, you see, you just go along and snip. Then when you put it in the washing machine, it makes it all raggedy like that. Hence the name, a rag quilt. It's Martha there. Hi, Martha. Just pulled at my heartstrings with these quilt books, and I want to do it myself. Good on you, Lizzie. Come on, let's all do it. Let's all do it. Let's get the whole internet doing it. You've got loads of people you can show, Lizzie. Send them to me. I want to get up to 1,000. I've decided. I'm not up to my 1,000 yet. Let's see if while we're off like this. How many have I got? 785 still. I want to get more subscribers. So yeah, so I made that. I was quite chuffed with it actually. And then on the other side, I'll show you the other side. See, because I had the same. Now my sister, when she saw it, she said, "Oh, I like that side better." And I said, "Well, that's the wrong side, Pam." Hi, Diane. Yep. See, any bits of fabric, you can make them whatever. You don't have to stick to squares. Since I've made this one, of course, gone on YouTube and that. Some people make them with scraps and use whatever size you like. All you do is have your stitching seam on the outside and then snip it all up. You know, you could have a diamond shape going there, or there's some lovely ones. So let's see a bit more. There you go. So yeah, Martha hasn't started doing one yet. We've got to get Martha to do it. Hi, Shirley. Hi and welcome. 11 people here. I didn't think there'd be anybody here because I've been away so long. But with all this living in quarantine or whatever we're going to be living in, I'm going to be here a lot because I'm not going to sit here on my own moping and worrying about it. I've got to think positive. I should be keeping away from everybody. I've got plenty of food in. My daughter's just bought me some. I haven't got it yet. She's got it for me. She's bought me some flour and some yeast. I was going to get a bread maker, but my daughter sent me a recipe for bread in a slow cooker, and I needed a new one of those. So I've just sent for a new one. I haven't gone to pick it up. I'm not going out. I've got one being delivered. And I'm going to make bread. Thanks, Jude. This is what I've got to do. I've just got to be positive all through it. Last year, with my operation, everything, I ended up getting depressed. I'm not going to do that this year. I am not going to get depressed this year. So I'll probably end up enjoying my time stuck in the house where no one can tell me off for not going out. Oh dear. Oh, shut up. I only paid 35 for mine, Judith. I've got a slow cooker, but it's just a small one. It's too small for doing the bread in. And the one foot keeps dropping off at the leg. So I thought, oh, for $35, $40 with postage. So it does look good on both sides, doesn't it, Teresa? That's, you know, you can take your pick. I mean, probably if you put it on you, it would be sensible to put the rough side onto the body sort of thing. It would, you'd get the warmth because you'd have, you know, a bit more. And you can put yeah, I just done them twice. You can put a bit of wadding in between. Some people do to make them that bit thicker. But I've got this in the lounge and I've just draped it over my sofa, back of my sofa. But it'll be given away eventually. I said, my daughter likes it. And I said, well, she gives quilts away to the charity that she runs, the baby charity. So I says, well, the colour's not really baby. She says, no, but we don't just give to the baby. Oh, look at that. It's not cut. Oh, I can use my new scissors. So eventually this will go to Elaine, but I said, well, I've got to sit and admire it and look at it first. Well, look at that. I didn't cut that bit. But you see, you can rub it up and get it looking rough. There you go. Yeah, I am pleased with it. But I've got some beautiful materials here. They're all patterned now. I've got to try and get some more fabrics, but plain. I'm having to buy plain because it's all, like I say, it's all such beautiful stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. And they've got the gold edge. Those. Absolutely stunning material it is. I love it. Love it. And that's a very, very small amount to show you. Where are you blocked from, Teresa? Rubies. I'll have to see if we can put that right. So, yes. So is anybody else going to start quilting? Leave it with me, Teresa. I'll try and sort it out. Here we go. Look, here's one of the price tags on one of these pieces of material. $6.95. Beautiful, beautiful material it is. Yeah. We've just had some real good fun with Ruby because she's been off work for a few months. She's just had to go back. But we've had some real good fun with her. It's been really, really good. Mind you, I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be on the live show. And one day I went on live and I ended up falling back to sleep and I snored online. Oh, dear. I'll show myself up. So, yes. What's the time now? 4:10. It's late coming on. But I'll be coming on a lot earlier in the day now. And I'll just be quilting and talking and, you know, as I say, I've gone off paper crafting at the moment, but it's still all there. Yes, I know, Martha. Yeah, Martha will vouch for it that I snored online. And they give me a hard time, they do. How can we get my Facebook cleared up? I lost friends. I had people blocked. I don't know, and they took me out of the groups. She has almost everything cleared up. Good. Yeah, somebody's been messing with Teresa's stuff. We know who, but, you know. No snoring, Mama. Well, if I go on here all day, I might get a bit tired and I might have to have my nanny nap. Yeah, see, I'm putting my head on the pillow and have a nanny nap. See, I made this as well. This was the first thing I made that Ruby challenged me to make, was this little bowl bag for keeping things in. And I went round to my friend Mary's and said to her, could I have 2 pieces of material 10 inches by 10 inches? And that was what she gave me, all that lot in the, it was in cases. I put it in my own trolley. So, yeah, let's do this. Oh, I'm upside down, girls. I'm upside down. I bet you would, Teresa. I bet you would. So, oh dear. We're also lucky to have each other during the duration. This is it. This is why I've had to come back on, Diane. I haven't been on. Oh, I don't know when the last time I came on was. I don't know when it was. Let's have a look. But I thought I can't go through all this without being, having someone to talk to. And I thought the way that we all, I was on a month ago, some happy mail, and 2 months ago, but I haven't been doing anything constructive. But yeah, I thought, no, there's no way I'm going to sit around, and because it's not only going to be me this time. Last year I was depressed, but it was just me. It was my fault. And I thought, I can't get like that this year because it's not just me, it's going to be the whole world. So I don't remember the video either. And Ruby's done so many videos lately. It would take some doing to find it, wouldn't it, Martha? Thank goodness. No. Martha's been doing some good work while I've been gone. She made a lovely album for a wedding album for her friends. Beautiful it was. Absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, I was there at 5 o'clock, Jude, when she come on. But then as soon as I start feeling drowsy now, I have to mute myself. Sometimes I'll mute myself and come back on, or else I'd mute myself or go right off. Yeah, go and have a look in Martha's. Put your yeah, Martha, put your link up, and people can go and have a look at what you've been doing over the last few months. Because she's done some beautiful stuff. The album was beautiful, far better than I do. But then she takes the time, you know me, I've got to get it done. So put your link up, Martha, and people can go and find your videos. It didn't, Jude. They haven't got them in yet. He's took my name and number, and he's going to ring when they come in. The purples and black. Yeah. Oh, you've seen it, have you, Teresa? It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, so as soon as they come in, Jude, they'll ring. And I said to him, I've got to bring my friends as well, so I'll take Mary as well. Because that's not all Martha does. Everything she does, I don't know. Excuse me, I'm biting my nails. Yes, Martha does some lovely stuff. She does lots of miniatures, and she does them dots on the what do you call it, mandalas, and all sorts. Plenty to see. If you're bored, nobody's online, there you go. You can go and look in people's videos. Of course, we all know Lizzie. We all know Scrapping Lizzie. If you don't, then, come on, you haven't lived. Go and check out Scrapping Lizzie. Is she still here? Because Lizzie, I've binged watched Lizzie. I tell you what, if I don't, Teresa, if I don't have anything to watch, or no one's on live, I just go into Lizzie's site and I put her videos on and I let them play on and on. Eventually I'll fall asleep. But, that's what I do if I can't sleep in the middle of the night. Watch the videos. Lizzie's just There isn't anything she doesn't do. She does a lovely job, and she talks to you, and she's a lovely, lovely lady, and she makes me laugh, and I love her to bits. It's okay, Lizzie. I'm often watching you and you don't know all your old video. I just put it on and click on one and then let it play. And then I wake up in the morning and think, oh, Lizzie's still talking. Oh, Lizzie's commentary is wonderful. So, yes. Plenty for you to watch out there while you're sitting there with nothing to do. We don't have to be live. Go back in the archives and have a look. Yeah. And we're all on Facebook. I'm either Diane Kirby or Crafty Kiwi. You can get me on both. Crafty Kiwi, obvious, is my crafting page. Yeah. Please don't anybody sit on their own, getting more and more depressed with all what's going on. We've got to keep each other lifted up. And, you know, even if you get someone on Facebook, even if there's nobody around and sometimes you want to chat, we can do it on Facebook, because you can do FaceTime on Facebook. And, you know, there's not going to be any reason to be lonely while this lot's going on. It's just got to, we've just got to keep each other going. And if I've got to be the spokesperson and come out and say it, then I'm saying it. There's just so many talented crafters out there. But I love watching dumpster divers and storage auction people, and there's just so much stuff out there you can watch, isn't there? I love it. I do. I love it. I've got a photograph of me going into my daughter's rubbish bin because she took all her good cardboard away when I wanted some. So I was diving into her rubbish bin and she took a photo of me. Dear. So that's what we're going to do, ladies, and keeping each other going. I bet there'll be some topics talked about. Love you too, Teresa. Love you too. Missed you. So, I'm trying to think who's another good one. Disorganized Crafter, that's another good one to watch, Nikki. Pink Poodle Crafters, isn't it? She's got loads of videos, lovely ones that teach you what to do. Yep, just loads of people. We don't have to be lonely at all. So, ladies, it is 4:20. It's almost time for me to feed my animals, get tea. I just wanted to come on to let you know I'm here and I'm going to be here. And I'm going to be quilting or just talking or whatever the mood takes. And I'd love it if you all follow and comment and not get miserable, not get depressed, because it's going to be a hard time ahead. We're going to have to help each other. I'll help you, you help me. I'm not just doing it for my, that's it, I'm trying to do it for you too. So, on that note, I will go now and I should be back tomorrow. I'm going to try and come on each day and do a bit of something, even if we just natter for half an hour or something like that, just to keep each other in our thoughts and minds and keep each other going. This is going to be, you know, a channel to help each other through the bad times. So thank you all so much for coming. And please all take care. Do what you're told. If you're told you can't go out, don't go out. At the moment, we haven't been told that, but we've had 2 new cases today. We've got 4 cases in the last 24 hours, really. And that's too many for me. So I'm going to be hardly going anywhere. So I will see you all again soon. And I love you all to bits. And thank you all for coming. And good night and God bless to you all. Mwah. Bye, everybody.